it seems a fait accompli. We're going to see a quarter-point rate increase, third one this year, for a range of 2.25%. Your thoughts?
Yeah, we're old enough to remember when Fed Day was exciting. It's not going to be on the funds rate. The quarter point's a lock. The interesting thing will be, how do they characterize policy accommodation? They are raising the funds rate. They're removing accommodation. They may have to fix those words in the statement. What they do with the dots, do we see the longer run estimate of the appropriate funds rate drift up a little bit? And then how Jay Powell handles himself in the press conference, because he's going to get a whole lot of questions about President Trump and trade.
Now, you mentioned two things, and we're going to get to them in a very strange way. There are some new faces. You mentioned dot plots. Some people will be doing them, but from a different vantage point regarding what hat they wear, whether it's Mary Daly, whether it's Richard Clarida, whether it's John Williams. Why don't you tell us about the new faces and how they fit in with the Powell philosophy?
Well, remember that Rich Clarida, in his role as the economist at PIMCO, kind of owns the idea that we're in a new normal and that the appropriate funds rate is low. I don't think he's as low as some of his colleagues, and so I actually expect a little bit of drifting up because of that. Now, Mary Daly was the director of research for John Williams, and so she was overseeing the research that and collaborating with Williams. So I think that's just two dots that are the same, hers and Williams. And we know John Williams' record. He's done a lot of work on estimating the equilibrium funds rate back when we both worked at the Federal Reserve Board. I would expect a little drifting up of the dots, importantly because we got a lot of, we're tracking 4.25% GDP growth in the third quarter. And since the last time they did it, they revised GDP all the way back to 1929, and that would suggest a little stronger number.
You know, Vincent, I find something really interesting, and maybe we'll put a light on something. Many pay overly high attention to the hyperbole of this president. It certainly seems like the hyperbole regarding the Fed is, hey, I'm a low interest rate kind of guy. But on the action side, as we describe the new faces, it certainly doesn't seem he's putting those in action. That's an important political distinction, isn't it?
I think it's very important, and it applies to the Fed, but it's also administration-wide in terms of a lot of the first level appointments got a lot of scrutiny, but the second level appointments and beyond and lower are really scoring high on competence. For the Fed, the administration has been Jay Powell's best friend. Rich Clarida compliments him. Yeah.
We're just about out of time, but I like your experience with the Fed to be able to make that statement, because nowadays it's really difficult to look at topics without being tainted by politics.